Hello collectors, it's Steven here bringing you another review. This time I'm reviewing the Nendoroid Link Majora's Mask 3D version. After the highly successful Wind Waker HD version, we get a fan-favorite design in Nendoroid form. Packed with super neat accessories and a rather fair representation of the character, this is sure to be a must-have for collectors. So let's take a look to see whether or not it's worth adding into your collection. Link, quite frankly, looks fantastic, though that might be because he's simple in form. Not too much to screw up. This is ultimately a great blessing because they put in extra effort on this one. Starting at the head and working our way down, the hair has an amazing spray to it, though as you can see, clumps are inevitable. This is really impressive, and I didn't think they would nail the subtle browns in the hair as well as they did. Even more, his cap has some folds in it, which is really cool to see up close, and it really reinforces the idea that this is real material like cloth or fabric. The main body of Link is simple, with the different straps having nicely applied paint, including some great gold for the buckles, and the folds in the tunic look good. The boots, they're pretty cool too. Overall, aside from random QC issues, which are unfortunately bound to happen, nothing to complain about. Being a Nendoroid, Link really doesn't have that much articulation because most of the display options are in the accessories. However, we do get a few points of articulation. First, the cap. There's a swivel back here, so you can spin that around. That's pretty cool. Then we have the neck, the standard Nendoroid swivel hinge combo, which basically gives you ball joint range of movement, but not quite. Gotta be careful because the hair back here does like to block movement when looking up, and then this can be a pain when you're using some of the accessories, so be mindful of that. Shoulders, swivels, bicep, swivel. The waist, we have another swivel. And then when we get down to the hips, we have the same style of joint which is used in the neck, so you can move the legs around. So like I said, not too much, and most of the articulation is due to the fact that Link has a lot of accessories. So if you want to pose Link around a little bit, you can. Link comes with a ton of accessories, and we're going to go through them in a rather basic progression. So first up, the accessory I want to talk about is the Nendoroid support stand and arm. Basic to figure out, you stick the arm into the base, and then the plug into his back, and now you can display Link on the shelf. We're going to talk about everyone's favorite part, the Kokiri sword. And it's really cool, actually. Except for the handle of it, it's white, and it's kind of not applied well. And I'm afraid it's going to get scratched, and you'll see what I mean in a little bit. But other than that, they came up with a pretty genius system for how you can display Link with the sword. So you have it standardly, just like this. However, be careful here. You can pop the blade off, not the handle, but the blade, like that, and then you pop this part into the sheath, just at the top like this. And then, fishing the support stand, you can go through this hole, and you can plug it onto the back of Link. Along with the sword, we get the hero shield, and the detail on this is really, really cool. You get the Triforce symbol there. The red markings are all on point, as the kids would say. It's really cool. But what's even cooler than this is when you flip it over, you get this wooden paneling on the back, and that's really awesome. Now, we get a little handle here, which is on a ball joint, so you can articulate the shield a little bit while Link is holding it, and getting him to hold both the sword and the shield is easy to do, relatively speaking. To get Link to hold the sword and the shield, you're going to need replacement arm parts, which are nice and easy to pop off. All you have to do is pop off the existing arm parts at the bicep. And for the right hand, we get this neat little shield holding arm. Pop it in the bicep like that. And then for the left arm, we get a sword holding arm. All I gotta do is pop that in. And there we go. Now Link's ready to hold the respective items. For the shield, you got the handle. All you have to do is just slide that into the hand, like so. Arm may pop off, just like you saw there, but that's not an issue. Now for the sword, what you're going to have to do, like I showed you before on accident, is pop the handle off. Now when you pop the handle off and you go to stick it in the hand, be careful because it is a very, very, very tight fit. And you may scratch off some of the paint if you're not careful. But unfortunately, I feel like this may happen over time. As you can see, that's a very, very tight fit. And then all you have to do is plug the sword back into the handle, And just like that, our hero is ready to go on an adventure. Now, remember how I said before you can fish the sheath of the sword into the support arm and then just plug it into Link's back? Yeah, well, I've been trying to do that, and as you can see here, the paint is unfortunately just flaking off. So while this definitely is a possibility, and I was able to get it, let's say about that far in, just enough for the stand to stick out, I wasn't able to stick it into Link's back. So, yeah, do be careful with that. Up next, we get one of the rather cooler accessories of the set, and it is a red potion. Now, the way that it's painted, because it's actually painted, it looks like it's full of a red gel of some sort, which is really cool. And then we have the cap here, which is painted a nice tan color to look like a cork. Getting Link to hold it is easy to do. To get Link to hold the red potion like you would the sword, you have an alternative left arm piece, which looks like he's getting ready to hold the red potion. And then all you have to do is you have a peg there, find the hole in the bottle, line it up, and Link is ready to go. Additionally, Link comes with a little fairy tattle. Aww. And as you can see here, it's basically a translucent plastic sphere with some yellow paint sprayed on it with nice translucent wings. And there is a hole in the back of Tattle, so this way you can display it on a stand. Displaying Tattle alongside Link is rather easy to do. In the back of Tattle, we have this hole here, and we get this little support arm specifically for Tattle. So it comes with a small ball joint and a large ball joint, and you stick the small ball joint in the back of Tattle. Sorry there, little buddy, you're going to have to take it the hard way. Then you stick the larger ball joint into the base of the Nendoroid support system, and there you go. Now you can get a lot of helpful information throughout your quest. With all of the accessories Link comes with, eventually you're going to want to put him in a rather energized pose. And the way you can do that is with this optional leg part here, which makes it look like Link is kind of running or jumping. And the way that you attach this is pop off either leg. Doesn't matter, can be left or right. When you have a situation like this where the joint is stuck, you can separate Link at the waist, pull off the bottom part here, and then you can take this joint and just do one of those, and then pull the joint out. That's happened to me several times, so don't worry. It's not the end of the world if that happens. Then you just stick the alternate leg piece into the hole, attach this piece back on by fishing it through, reattach Link's waist, and there you go. Now he's running or hopping off a ledge, or whatever you want Link to do. Get a nice little pose there. Make it look like he's jumping. Like all Nendoroids, Link comes with an alternative faceplate, so this way you can change up his expressions. This one is a rather angry face, grr. But unfortunately, this is the only faceplate we get. We don't get any more. Anyway, to swap out the faceplates is rather easy to do. All you have to do is grab the front hair part of Link, wiggle it off, pull the normal face off, line up the face with the sculpt on the head and the Nendoroid neck joint, and then you're good to go. The main gimmick of Majora's Mask are the different masks Link can get, and we get 3 of the most iconic masks in the game, aside from the mask the game is named after. So first up we get the Deku mask, which looks rather nice, brown plastic with some black spray, yellow eyes, and the leaves are painted rather well. Then we get the Goron mask. Pretty cool here, the decals are nicely applied and it's a nice oval shape, nothing of interest on the back. However, there's a little quality control issue up here, which is a little bit of shaved off plastic. And then last but not least, we get the Zora mask here. And the decals are again nicely applied. The nose is rather defined well. And then we have the gills or ears, I'm not sure exactly what these would be, which are nice and pointy. Now getting Link to hold these masks is relatively easy to do, but you just gotta be careful. To get Link to hold any of the masks, you're going to have to swap out the left arm part for this whole left arm part here. You're going to have to separate it at the shoulder instead of just the bicep like some of the other arms. And that's easy to do, as you can see here. And then after you swapped out the arm part, all you have to do is take your mask and plug it into the hand, like so. And now Link is ready to transform. Along with alternate faces, Link comes with a few different items you can attach to his head, or face. First off, the one I want to talk about is the bunny hood. Very simple in design, rather cream colored with pink ears, and you've got the little eyes that are up there. So to attach this, all you have to do is pull off the hair part like you would be attaching a face. Then all you do is you slide it on, like that, and then reattach the front hair part. And now, Link's running pretty fast. And finally, for accessories, we have the infamous Majora's Mask. Wow, this thing looks great. All the stencils are nice and perfect. The eyes have a cool yellow spray. The spikes are nice rainbow. But when you flip it over to the back, yeah, you can tell it looks like cheap plastic. Now, to get Link to wear this, it can be hard, but you just got to be careful. In the bag, which has the stand for Link and the support arm for Tattle, you get this little piece of plastic here. And what you do with that is, on the hair part for Link, you just have to insert this into the holes right there. And then you take your Link, you reattach the hair part. Now you have a unicorn. Take Majora's Mask and plug it onto that little horn, and now Link is under the power of the mask. And what's really cool is, since it's a little pole, Link gets a new articulation point. It can swivel. So yeah, you can have Link up on your shelf and have him look all cockeyed and spooky. Muwahahahaha. Now what's sad about this, though, is that kind of, sort of, maybe implies no Skull Kid Nendoroid. So overall, Link comes with some pretty neat accessories, and I'd have to say we get our money's worth. It's a shame that the masks that we get are rather small, and Link can't wear those like Majora's Mask, but maybe that'll come in the future as an accessory pack, or with other figures. And it also really sucks that the sheath is basically a bust and I can't use it. But like I said, we get our money's worth. And here's a size comparison for you, with Link compared to other Nintendo figures, from SH Figuarts to Figma to fellow Nendoroids. Gotta say, he looks alright. So, by now, yes! If you're a fan of Zelda and you like Nendos, you probably already have this figure. If you don't have it now, buy it now. I've got to say, it looks great. Awesome accessories. Maybe could have added in some other ones, but hey, who's complaining? And he looks great on the shelf. You absolutely cannot go wrong with this one. Unless you don't like Majora's Mask, I suppose, but even then, it's still a great Link figure. Go ahead and pick this one up today. Also, don't forget to check out the Legend of Zelda Week during E3 2016. You don't want to miss that. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like the video and subscribe. What do you think of the figure? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Interested in picking this one up? Check the description for some really cool links to take you where you need to go. Want to watch some more videos? I picked a few just for you, so click the annotations on your screen right now for more great content. Until next time, collectors!